everyone, Glenda Mollett here, and I'm in my craft room stamping with you today. I'm making this card using the Beautiful World bundle and the Forever Fern bundle. This is one of my August 2020 monthly stamping club cards that we will be making. So we're using the World Map bundle, the Beautiful World bundle, which includes the World Map dies, and the Forever Fern bundle, and we're using the dies and the stamp on the inside. We're also going to use in the background one of the Forever Gold overlays, the specialty paper overlays, and we'll choose that. I've got a whole bunch there. So the kit consists of, just let me get the recipe in front of my face so I know what I'm talking about here. Okay, a thick Whisper White card base that is 8.5 by 5.5. And then there's a piece of 5 1/4 by 4 Whisper White for the inside. Just Jade 5 3/8 by 1 5/8. Flowers for, and Just Jade 2 3/4 by 4. Okay, that's not right. Never mind. Let's go back. 5 1/4 by Just Jade, 5 3/8 by 1 5/8. So put this inside. And then this goes on there. And then there's a piece of Flowers for Every Season designer paper, 5 1/4 by 1 1/2. We also have a piece that is 2 by 2 to put in behind the World die cut. The overlay, a piece of rainbow glimmer paper that's 2 by 2. Now I already have a circle cut out because another card that I made, so I'm just using that one because it fits perfectly. A piece of gold foil that's 2 1/4 by 3, and that's going to make the stand. A piece of Just Jade that's 2 3/4 by 4 to do the die cut. A piece of vellum that's 2.5 by 5 to do the other die cuts, and a piece of Whisper White that is 2 1/4 by 3 for the sentiment. Okay, so let's get, and one of the gold hoops. Oh, I love these gold hoops. Yeah, they were back ordered for a very long time. Okay, so I'll put this up here so you can keep an eye on it as I'm creating the card, and I'm going to put my gold hoop right there so I don't lose it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is get my overlay. Now there's a number of different overlays in the specialty paper. So not everybody's going to have the same one. So there's that one, and there's this one, and there's this one. Now that one's the same as that one, so let's just stack them together. There's this one, and I have 2 of those. And then there's that one, and I have 2 of those. And there was 2 of these, but I've already used the other one. And then there's this one, and then there's this one. So I'm going to use this one. Put it back in the package so I don't get them caught up because they're really quite fragile. And I don't want them getting caught on stuff. There we go. That's out of the way. So I'm going to put some Tombow on this and let it dry while we do some of the other stuff. I'm just going to put some random dots. Not that I can do random, but you know, it's as random as I get. Turn it around, some down this other side. And then where the fat ones are, let's just put extra dots on there. It's difficult to see on this white on white. we'll make do. Okay, so now I'm going to take this out of the way for it to dry. All right, so meanwhile, back at the ranch, we have some die cuts to do. I'm just going to open up the World Dies, get my magnetic platform here, and we'll start loading it up. Okay, so I want to cut this out of this one, and then a World out of this one. Now this one, I've got adhesive on the other side, so I'm going to put it upside down. It just, you don't have to, but it just makes it a lot easier to cut. And we need one of those. And then I forgot to get the Tasteful Labels dies. All right, and we'll get the Tasteful Label die, and that's, maybe I should stamp that first. Okay, and then out of here, out of the Forever Flourishing dies, I'm going to need this one, and I'm going to need this one. This one is going to cut 2 of those out, so we'll do that. That'll fill it up nicely. Okay, so I'll run that through the Big Shot, also known as a die cutting machine. Uh-oh. My circle moved. Oh, come on. My stand won't stay where it's put. There we go. Make sure everything is where it's supposed to be. Okay. Uh-oh. I keep falling off my chair. Okay, this is Just Jade ink, and I'm going to stamp the sentiment, and this is from Beautiful World. There's our world, and there's our stand, and the circle, and one of these. We need 2 of these. Let's get my brush out here. There we go. Come on. Out. Thank you. Okay. Move things out of the way. So I need another one of these, and I need to cut this out, and this just fits. You just have to make sure you've got it straight on there. And then this piece, I'm going to cut this big die out of. Like that. Okay, well, apparently I'm not in the frame. Okay, let me just lift this up. I've got an extra light on my stand tonight, and it's not behaving properly, so let's give that a try. Makes it a little bit heavier. Okay. Through the machine. And take them off. All right. I think we have all our pieces. Okay, let's put the dies back so we don't lose them. That die goes on there. That's garbage. Keep that. That's garbage. There we go. 2 of those, and that die is going to go back on there, and then this die lives on there, and we'll just pop this one out of the Just Jade. I love this die cut. This is cool. Okay, there we go. All right, now we have our circle. Put that back. And we have our world. Couple little pieces still in there. Put that back. Now those will all come out when I remove the liner off of the back. And then, oops, it's still in there. There we go. Put that back. Okay, assembly is next. Okay, so the first thing is to put our overlay on there. So I'm holding it on this side because this is going to be covered up by the paper there, so I'm just paying attention to how it gets centered here and if it gets straight or not. Straight is always a good thing to be. There we go. Okay, then next we will attach the designer paper to the Just Jade. And I'm not using my Stampin' Seal because I ran out and I forgot to refill it, so just using some double-sided tape. We'll put this on here and it frames nicely all the way around. And then this is going to go flat onto the card front, like that. So I'm not going to put adhesive on this side because that would make it sit down and be bowed. I'm just going to do it where the overlay is. So if I put this on here like this, find my pencil and just put a couple of marks, and then I can feel where the overlay is stopped, and I'll put a mark there. Now I know where to put my adhesive. So that's going to go in between those two marks and in between that mark and the edge. That way you're not having a unnaturally sitting piece of, well, I guess I should have checked and make sure which side I wanted up. Oh well, too late. Okay, so now we'll just put that on here and press it in like that. Okay, so now I'm going to take a little bit of Wink of Stella before I put this on. This is the next piece that goes on, and I just want to do some lines. I'm not going to color the do the whole thing, just where, kind of like where the veins should be. But it's a lot easier to do this before you put it on your card than think afterwards, oh, maybe I should have done that. That's what I did. Yeah. Then it's a little bit more difficult to put it on. So if you want to put Winky on, put it before you attach this to the card. Well, before you put the rest of the stuff on it. Okay, so now it's going to lay on the card like that. And I'm going to cut off, where are my scissors? I'm going to cut off the stem because it annoys me. So it's going to go on here, kind of like that. And this is all going to be hidden, so I'm just going to put some double-sided tape here to hold it on there. Now if you want, you can use Tombow or glue dots. Glue dots would work really good. Okay, so now you just kind of eyeball where you want it. So I want it overlapping a little bit on that side and up at the top. There we go. And then just push it down. Okay, so now we're going to put the two vellum ones. I'm going to remove their tails too. Now you don't have to do that part. I just do it because then I don't have to worry about where those tails are when I go to put the rest of the stuff on, and make sure that they're not showing, because then they're just hidden. Okay, so one's going to go, oh look, that's ripped. It's okay, it's going to be covered. We're fine. Let's put it down here, because then I know it will be covered. And then this one's going to go up here like that. And we're going to do the same thing. Glue dots work really well. Double-sided adhesive works really well. And I'm just going to put a little bit right there where that break is, so that it holds it together. Okay, so now I'm going to put that there, but I'm not going to push it down too hard yet till I put the rest of the pieces on to make sure. Oh, I guess it helps if the adhesive stays on the die cut, not your finger. Weird. It's not sticking to it. Oh God. Right, there we are. Now, this is going to go on here. Then this goes in the center, and then this goes over top of the whole thing. But I want to, first of all, let's put this world together. Take off the liner. And hopefully most of those little pieces will come off. If not, oh well, that's what fingers are for. And then it just takes a while to get them off your fingers. But that's much better than having to put all those dots of Tombow on there. Right, pokey tool to get rid of the little ones. So I like how this set has both worlds. Not both worlds, both hemispheres. Hemispheres? Well, anyways, it's got Asia, and it's got North America and South America. Two different ones. Okay, so now this is going to go on here. Now, all of these pieces from this glimmer paper in the kits are different. They're not all the same, because the glimmer paper is not all the same. So you'll have a different colored world than I do. I'm just trying to get the little pieces off of my fingers now. That's the worst part. Okay, come on. I have things to do. Get off my fingers. Okay, so now we just push this on. Look, there's a little rogue piece there. Okay, push that on. Now we can tell, we can tell that that's all going to be covered. And this is up on dimensionals. So it's going to go like that. So now we have to I'm going to push that down because it's going to stay where it is. And we need to put some, I tried, what did I try? Glue dots with this. But I like the Tombow dots better. So I do them. Then let it dry a bit. Just like you do anything else. Guess I should have done that a while ago. Okay, so we need some dimensionals on the world. Those won't take long to dry because they're quite thin. Now I need to put some on here too. Just that top part. And then I need to find my mini dimensionals. They are. And put some on this, on the stand. And then I'm going to slice a piece to put in the center of the stand. Like that. Oh, it's stuck. Okay, so now this, the hoop is going to go on. Okay, that was awful. That's going to go on like that. So just hold it down for a bit till the glue dots take effect. Like that. And then put this in there. Right in the center. Try to get the lines straight. That's not in the center. Oh well, it's where it wants to be. I guess that's where it's going to be. Now we can put the stand on. Okay. And that's going to go on right there. Right, like that. Then you just have to hold it so the Tombow sticks. And then we're going to put our sentiment right here in the corner. So that needs some dimensionals as well. And one in the middle. This card is one of my creations. I wanted to make a card using this bundle that was not masculine. I wanted to give it a feminine look to it. There. Isn't that cool? Okay, so I'm going to let that sit while I do the inside. So this is the inside and the envelope. Oh, I need my dirty paper. Get it under here. Come on. Slide under there, just like that. Okay. How are we doing? Are we still in frame? Yay. Okay. Just Jade ink again. And one of the stamps from the Forever Fern stamp set. And I put a couple of them in there. And it's oriented this up and down. But when I stamp the inside, I always stamp it sideways for some weird reason. Okay, so I'm going to put one here. Then I'm going to do something different. I'm going to put one up here in the corner. Just because it's nice to have something different every once in a while. And the envelope. The envelope. There. Oh. Let's do the name stamp while we're at it, then it's done. I don't have to worry about remembering to go back and do it. There we are. Close up Just Jade so it doesn't get everywhere. Now I did not go around the outside of this because I didn't want there to be a harsh line in there. I want it to be a nice soft line. Okay. some adhesive on here. And pop that inside the card. Oh, oh, oh my gosh. Did you see what I was doing there? I was putting it in inside out. Or back upside down. Good Lord. Okay. Some days. There we are. We're done. We're done. There's the original one, and there's the one we made tonight. So that's one of the cards for the August 2020 monthly stamping club. Thanks so much for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Stamping smiles, and bye for now.